the world describes and projects onto our bodies a violence and a continuing violence. Black people, queer people, indigenous people, ancient people have made life in the midst of catastrophe. We have not been allowed to mourn. We are told to heal. No one takes responsibility in terms of why we are hurt in the first place. How can we hold the wound in a soft way, in a tender way? How can we hold the wound in a way that does not continue to hurt you?
The idea for the Lola Amira Facing the Future show really came from my work with the historical collection. It's often permanent collection. Artworks are seen as very static, unchanging, as if the cultures and the places haven't changed. But how can we bring more nuance, more complexity? You know, Africa's 54 countries, gazillion cultures, languages, you name it. I think it's important in order to really decolonize our collections to think about where are our collections coming from, and now that they are here, how can they be reunited with the very African communities who live around them? This moment that Lola Amira is creating within the permanent collection gallery is really the start of what I hope will be, ongoing work.
We are Lola Amira. We exist in plural with Khanyisile Mbongo. We are an ancestral presence that makes itself visible and manifest through this body. The work is titled Philisa Zinza Mphefumulo Wami, which translates to let it be healed, rest my spirit, or may my spirit rest. We are not allowed to rest as Black people in the world. There is no space for resting. Giving ourselves permission to rest is quite an important part of our work. There's the beaded work, which is a long conversation between ourselves and the women we work with, who find it quite healing to work with the beadwork. And there's a whole gathering we do and burn impepo, what you would call sage, impepo, and light candles and sing songs. And then the other component is the text, and looking at a letter that was written to Du Bois that asked the question whether Black people cry. A ridiculous, outrageous question that, of course, is a long history and tradition of seeing Black people, Black bodies, indigenous bodies as bodies that don't feel pain. Lucille Clifton responds in 1991 with a poem titled Reply. As in, we do, they cry, they laugh, they die. But also just that timeline that question in 1991 was still very relevant in how Black people globally, the Black global diaspora, indigenous diaspora is treated by the world. And then there's the cow skins with the beads hanging from them. We in the Nguni culture use cows as sacred animals so that we can act certain ceremonies. And here we're looking at the ceremony of ukugodusa, to take home, or ukulanda, to go and fetch the spirit so that it can be taken home. It is important to say this is an option too. This, to sit in your wound, to sit in your shadow so you can self-reconcile, so you can find the language that defines and determines how you feel outside the Western Eurocentric language that says this is what a Black person is. It's difficult to go outside of that history when you have not sat with yourself to ask, why does it hurt?